close of the 17th century, two great European powers, England and France, were at war with each other. Their armies met in combat on the European continent and also in the great new world, America. In their struggle to gain control of the colonies, both countries enlisted the aid of powerful Indian tribes. The mighty fleets of the two nations fought for command of the sea and the rich world trade. But out of this great strife, there arose a new element which threatened to destroy all commerce. Both England and France secretly commissioned privateers with orders to attack and loot each other's ships. But too often, these privateers turned pirate and preyed on the merchant ships of all countries. Emboldened by their success, these pirates banded together, forming great fleets of fighting ships and even building fortresses on islands which they had captured and looted. So piracy became not only a menace on the high seas, but was also a scandal in high official circles. And at an office of the British Admiralty, late in the year 1697...
How long will Robert Langdon detain you at the Admiralty?
Long enough for my audience with Lord Belmore, I suppose.
What does he want with you, Richard?
All I know, Alan, is that Mr. Langdon said it was very important and quite secret.
Very well, keep your secret. I'll wait for you at the Red Fox Tavern.
Albert Cork, Earl of Belmore, loyal follower of William III, the Dutch King of England, and high in the councils of the Admiralty.
Yes? Oh, come in, Langdon. I gave orders that you were to be admitted the moment you arrived. Lord, this is Master Richard Dale. Mr. Langdon speaks highly of you, and with cause. He served His Majesty well on the continent, and he's handy with a blade. I know his record. Sit down, gentlemen. I've been empowered by His Majesty to offer you a commission, Dale. But first, let me acquaint you with the circumstances that led to the offer. One year ago, His Majesty commissioned a ship for a mission very important to the merchant marine. The ship was the Aventuras galley, with Captain William Kidd in command. His orders were to find the pirates and rid the seas of them. Stand to there! We must admit that the dangerous mission made it difficult for Kidd to sign a desirable crew. Fire to our rigging! His first mate, Buller, was a great scoundrel who had doubted the ship with more than one freebooter. Make tight that rigging there! Mr. Buller, come here! Aye, sir! What's the matter with that forward gun crew? They act like they're dead. They're doing the best they can. Put her about! You don't act like it. Below, Mr. Buller. Keep moving. Aye, sir. We've since learned that William Moore, the gunner's mate, has served with both Culliford and Few, notorious pirates. The ill-assorted crew caused much concern at the Admiralty, but it was decided it would take cutthroats like these to conquer the pirates. We had every confidence in the integrity of Captain Kidd and his ability to handle these men. Dr. Brand, see to that man there! But as events unfolded, our reckoning proved wrong.
The reckoning was correct. Perhaps the judgment may have been wrong.
Our judgment, then. Captain Kidd did not sweep the pirates from the seas. The fact is, he became a pirate himself. He must be made to answer for his treachery. But, in order to bring him to trial, direct proof of his acts is needed.
And you wish me to obtain the proof?
Are you willing to undertake such a mission, Mr. Day?
I am. I have no liking for pirates.
There's considerable personal danger to be faced, you know.
The whole world is in peril with all the wars going on. So the danger to one man is of small consequence. Your mission must be kept secret. If one word of it got out, Kidd would be forewarned.
Then he'd have your life, Dave. And we'd have no evidence.
I'm at your command, gentlemen.
Most of your work will be in the New World. Mr. Langdon will be there soon as an emissary to the crowd.
I'll not be able to help you openly, but I'll be on hand to receive your evidence.
And when the time comes, to order the arrest of Captain Kidd.
When do I leave?
At once. Your passage to New York has been arranged aboard the bark Royal Prince.
Could you make it for two, sir? I'd like to take my good friend Alan Duncan with me.
You'll vouch for him?
Oh, in every way.
Then consider it arranged. Here. This will seal our bargain. You'll call upon Mr. Langdon in New York for more, should you need it.
The Royal Prince weighs anchor with the morning tide.
You'll find your papers on board.
Then I'll leave immediately. I have much to do before then. Until we meet again, gentlemen, when I trust our pirate shall have been brought to justice.
You've made an excellent choice, Langdon. He'll do our work well. Thank you, my lord.
Gentlemen.
He should have a fat purse.
Unexpected place. I find it's given me a great thirst. Then let's quench it. Now, Richard, what does our Earl of Belmore have by way of a secret?
It's going to please you, Alan.
Well, then, let's have it.
We're under commission to seek out one Captain Kidd on the Adventure Galley.
What do we want of this Captain Kidd?
We must find evidence to prove that he's turned pirate.
I heard you speak of Kidd.
You have big ears, sailor.
You'll need him, too, for tacking if you board Kidd's galley. The man's a devil.
Sit down. You know him?
None better. Sailed with him as second mate. The crew stood at attention when they said to me, "Aye, Mr. Barrett."
You have no liking for this Captain Kidd.
The man's as bloodthirsty a pirate as ever trod a deck.
Have you ever seen him at work?
That I have. In fair weather and foul, on calm sea, and in a dozen of his battles. Like the day we overtook the merchantman, Royal Cape, in the India Seas. Ran up the Jolly Roger. The crew mentioned that the Royal Cape flew the British flag. Kidd flogged him. Then he laid alongside the Royal Cape and led the boarding party himself. None could stand against this tyrant. No flag was safe once he sighted a ship to loot. I can still hear his ugly voice. None fought so fiercely nor so cruelly as Captain Kidd himself.
Give the quarter! Play all hands! Set the ship afire!
And then he'd loot the blazing ship, return to his own in search of other victims.
With all that treasure to divide, why did you leave him?
I didn't.
I was left ashore with others when we'd gone to get some water. Captain Kidd figured there'd be that many less to share the loot.
You say there were others put ashore with him?
Aye. Gaius Smith was one. Tom Gulliver third mate another. If you're ever in New York, you can find them along the waterfront.
Thanks for your tale. If we ever meet up with Captain Kidd, we'll tell him your good opinion of him.
Keep a weather eye out for the man. He's a sea monster.
This mission proves more interesting than I'd hoped.
Yes, there may be more to it than I first thought.
We'd better pack our seed bags and board the Royal Prince before the tide turns.
When do you think we'll arrive in New York, Richard? Fair winds, we should sight the New World in about 5 weeks.
Sail ho! 2 points off the port bow.
You make her out?
British man of war. Carries about 40 guns, I'd say.
Shot across her bow. Ahoy there! Stand to for a boarding party.
Ahoy! Standing by to receive boarding party. Get all hands on deck.
When a man of war stops a peaceful trader, there's usually trouble brewing.
Have all your men been assembled?
They have.
Step out. Step out. And you. And you. Step out. And you. Step forward and join the others.
We're not members of the crew.
Step out.
What's the reason for invading the liberty of passengers?
By authority of His Majesty, I'm selecting men to fill out our crew.
We decline the honor.
There is no authority which permits shanghaiing peaceful citizens.
Arrest these men. Surrender your swords or I'll fire. Arrest them. The others who were selected, get your belongings and prepare to leave this ship.
What is it? Come see for yourself. Looks like the shore of Long Island.
Why not show them your commission and they'll free us?
Forget it, secret.
We must try to escape it.
Yes. We'll follow the plan we discussed.
As soon as we make port, we'll have to take on some new supplies.
Aye, sir. The prisoners are escaping. After them.
we're fugitives.
I hope they put a good price on my head.
Our one chance is to get to New York as quickly as possible.
And be on our way to find Captain Kidd before those Navy buzzards catch up with us.
Yes. We'll find a road and get directions.
Good day, friend host.
Good day to you.
Would you help two strangers just arrived in your city of New York?
If you do not ask what is outside the law.
We seek two seamen commended to us by friends in London.
Their names?
One is known as Tom Gulliver, the other Gaius Smith.
Gulliver shipped out nigh a year ago, but Smith is a regular patron. Gaius is the one that always wins.
Ask him to join us.
Yes, sir. Those two gentlemen wish you to join them.
2 ales. Make it 3.
You wanted word with me?
Mate Barrett in London told us of you. Sit down.
Hi, Barrett.
We lost him in the Bahamas. Now, what word from Barrett? He said you might be able to direct us to Captain Kidd.
If you've no stomach for treachery and murder, stay clear of Kidd.
What manner of man is he?
Judge for yourself when I tell you what happened last I saw him at Fort San Juan. It's a settlement in the Indies. Quiet and peaceful it was until Captain Kidd arrived.
He sailed toward the harbor of Fort San Juan in the Adventure Galley one spring day. Kidd plotted to trick the natives and use it as a port of call for all the pirates sailing the southern seas. Kidd had all the village chieftains assembled in the courtyard, promising them friendship and good trading. Then Kidd's men attacked. The unarmed natives had no chance. Kidd himself finished 3 of them. When the slaughter was over, Kidd took command of the fortress and collected tribute from the entire settlement. Owned by Kidd and the other pirates were brought into the harbor to be stripped of their treasure. Last I knew, Kidd still held sway at Fort San Juan, taking tribute from the natives and cutting down any who opposed him.
What made you leave such a treasure trove, Mr. Smith?
I had word Kidd planned to make me walk the plank.
Good enough reason.
I stowed away on one of the ships that left the port. Here I am, and here I stay.
You'd swear to all this, Mr. Smith?
Who are you to ask such as that?
As I said, a friend of Mate Barrett.
Arrest those 2 men.
You will remain here as an example until our captain passes sentence on you. It's a pirate, sir. It's Captain Kidd.
Man the guns, return the fire.
Man the guns! Return their fire!
hold.
Will Captain Kidd continue his career of piracy? Who is this strange girl he will win as a prize of war? Don't miss The Fatal Shot, the second thrilling chapter of the great adventures of Captain Kidd, at this theater next week. Mission to prove Captain Kidd a pirate, Alan and Richard are accused of desertion from the British Navy and taken aboard a man-of-war.
It's a pirate, sir. It's Captain Kidd.
Man the guns. Return their fire.
Man the guns! Return their fire! Out of the powder hold. British are swimming.
Captain. You know Admiralty sailors. How is it you were aboard a man of war?
That's our affair. We demand to be put ashore.
Well, a man with a mind of his own. That's what we need aboard this ship.
We have other plans.
I'd like to hear them.
We're on our way to join Captain Kidd.
Captain Kidd, is it? We'll show you how we treat Kidd's scurvy crew. Take them below. Keep them on bread and water. When that tames them properly, put them with the crew.
Forward, you two.
I thought when I mentioned Captain Kidd, we'd be greeted with open arms.
And that pirate is not Kidd.
That's where you're right. That one is Robert Culliford, and just as bloodthirsty a pirate as Captain Kidd. How'd you come here?
They fished us out of the water after our ship had been blown out from under us.
I heard the cannon fire. Culliford will have you in his crew before he's done with you.
Why are you a prisoner here?
These pirates never need reasons for what they do.
That's the tale they tell about Captain Kidd.
And they'd be right. If any of them's the worst of the lot, it's Kidd.
Have you ever sailed with him?
Aye, that I have.
What manner of man is this Captain Kidd?
I can think of better ways to pass the time than talking of him, but that's what you'd like. I can recall the time the Adventure Galley overtook a merchant ship of the Great Mogul in the Indian Sea. Kidd knew she was a rich prize and called for the Queen to surrender. When the captain refused, Kidd opened fire. Aboard the Eastern Queen was the princess, daughter of the Great Mogul. The princess was worth a king's ransom. Kidd brought the Adventure Galley alongside the merchantman so we could board her and take the prize. The fight didn't last long. Kidd took the princess a prize of war because he knew of the rich ransom she'd bring from the Great Mogul. And when the Adventure Galley was clear with all the spoils, Kidd fired a broadside into the Eastern Queen and sent her down to Davy Jones' locker.
The Great Mogul paid the ransom for his daughter?
Not yet he hasn't, because the princess at last came into the hands of Culliford.
You mean she's on this ship?
Aye, we're traveling with royalty, we are.
I'd as soon be elsewhere.
Well, if we wish to escape, we'd better do so quickly before we get too far from land.
Will you come with us?
No, one pirate ship is much like another.
Where's the cabin of the princess?
Across from the captain's in the passage above.
We'll try it as soon as it gets dark.
The crew will be celebrating their victory.
Ah?
Take the wheel. I'm going to my cabin.
Aye, sir.
Steady on your course.
Steady it is, sir.
find them, find a hiding place.
This will be a good place to hide. Why not keep on to the city? We can't risk it with the princess.
You will let me return to my country?
As soon as possible.
I'll be forever in your debt.
I'll go ahead and arrange passage for her. Guard her well.
You'll be safe inside. I'll stand watch.
You're very kind. I couldn't have gone much further.
Things will be better tomorrow.
I'm sure they will.
Is this the home of Robert Langdon?
It is. You have business with him?
Important business.
You may state it to me.
I prefer to discuss it with Mr. Langdon.
I must first know the nature of your business. Dale.
What brings you here? You may speak. Greenway is completely in my confidence. I hope you had arrived in New York. I come on a matter of grave importance. What is most important is that you are a fugitive. You should not have come here. I come not for myself. For whom, then? You're aware that the princess, the great mogul's daughter, was taken by pirates? Yes, an act which has caused our government grave concern. We've been able to rescue the princess. Then you know where she is? She is safe. I promised her passage home. I thought you could arrange it. Of course, of course. It would please our London Foreign Office greatly. Do you know of any ship which is leaving soon?
The bark Lorraine weighs anchor in the morning, bound for Africa.
Arrange passage for the princess immediately.
Yes, sir.
Can you have the princess aboard the Lorraine before morning? I can. Do so. Then report to me here, and we'll discuss your future activities.
The Lorraine lies at Coentus Slip.
Thank you.
This young man troubled you, sir?
He does indeed. He was given a mission, and by now he should have been with Captain Kidd. Instead, here he is rescuing the great mogul's daughter and who knows what else.
You doubt his motives, sir?
Most decidedly. Furthermore, his coming here endangers me. My political opponents could make much of that if they knew it.
If this Richard Dale is a menace to your safety, it would seem that he should be removed. You know where he will be at an early hour of the morning.
See that the captain of the city guard knows also. And tell him that these two young pirates who have abducted the great mogul's daughter are not to be taken prisoner.
Yes, sir.
Strange. The ship seems deserted.
Are you sure it's the right one?
Mr. Langdon said the bark Lorraine.
Stand clear.
mysterious Robert Langdon all that he seems? What adventures lie ahead for Alan Duncan? Don't fail to see Attacked by Captain Kidd, the third exciting chapter of the great adventures of Captain Kidd at this theater next week. Richard and Alan take the rescued princess to a ship bound for the homeland. They are unaware that the treacherous Langdon has sent them into a deadly trap.
They're fugitives from the law.
They came here of their own will. They rescued me from a pirate ship.
I only carry out my orders. Take them to jail.
I will report this to your governor.
You don't understand. These men are pirates.
I do not believe that. And I will see that justice is done.
One by one, or even two by two.
Better save your strength, Alan. You may need it.
You must do something, Richard. Send word to your friend Langdon.
Our association with him, you remember, is secret.
But it's time to be done with secrecy when honest men are thrown into jail.
Be patient, Alan.
Langdon will hear of this.
He'll manage something.
We'll wait a while, then act on our own.
Well, is it done?
The fugitives were taken prisoner.
Why? Were my orders ignored?
The captain said they were unarmed. He could not order his guards to slay unarmed men.
A tender sentiment. Not worthy of a soldier.
There was another reason.
What was it?
The Great Mogul's daughter was a witness. She insists she will complain to the governor about the attack on the men who rescued her from the pirates.
compact with these young men must remain secret until Lord Belmore arrives as colonial governor. Only then will we be on safe ground.
Meanwhile, Richard Dale may decide to speak up.
I'd thought of that. But I shall speak first to the present governor. Have my carriage brought up.
Yes, sir.
There's been a grave mistake. I thought it would reach your ears. When it did, I went immediately to the governor. At my suggestion, he signed an order for your release.
What of the princess? We delivered her aboard the Lorraine.
She's in good hands. And now you'll proceed at once with your original mission.
Which is the proof of Captain Kidd's piracy.
Yes. I suggest that you leave New York without delay. Otherwise, you may be called before a magistrate.
Our plan is to sign on a ship that'll take us near Captain Kidd's haunts.
The details I leave to you. I'm sure you need funds.
Yes, we should replenish our wardrobes, and we need weapons.
I'll await your further report. And now, good fortune.
Brother wishes fair weather.
Find Captain Thew the pirate. He'll be aboard the barkentine Argus. Tell him I want those two shanghaied tonight.
Seems to be headed toward us.
Mr. Devitt.
You're likely recruits for the good ship Argus, Captain Thew.
So you want to go to sea, do you?
When I do, I'll choose the ship.
Not a hulk like this with cutthroats who pass as seamen.
That's an ugly way to start service on my ship.
I'll teach them politeness, Captain.
Stand clear and you can have a try it.
Belay that. You will learn artists before this voyage ends.
I'll find work to take the fire out of them.
No. Put them in irons until we clear port. After that, we will have plenty of time to make good seamen out of them. Prepare to cast off. Set all sail. Cast off there.
That's for being impolite to the good ship Argus.
Though my commission is again delayed. Didn't you hear who that was? It's Thomas Thew, the pirate. Yes, he has an unsavory reputation. Well, this may be a stroke of luck, Richard. He might lead us to Captain Kidd. Have no false hopes, Alan. All the tales I've heard, Thew and Kidd are deadly enemies. What now?
If you take my heed, you'll put all thoughts of Captain Kidd out of your mind.
Why do you say that, sailor?
I sailed with Kidd. I know the pirate.
Tell us about him, sailor man.
Stories that hold you through many a long night. I recollect the day he landed. It was in one of the colonies. He and his thieving crew were foraging for supplies. Not like honest seamen, willing to buy. They were out to steal and pillage. No difference whose farmhouse they came to. The pirates were there to rob them of their food. Of whatever treasures they might have. time, word of Kidd's thieving got to the governor's ears, and soldiers were sent out to put an end to the marauding pirates. But marching right out in the open is no way to catch a treacherous one like Captain Kidd. It's not only at sea that Kidd flaunts all authority. He carries his piracy far and wide on land, wherever he goes. Kidd and his pirates finished off that troop of redcoats. They bragged about it long and loud when they got back to the Adventure Galley.
Are you sure all this happened?
Didn't I tell you I sailed with Kidd? And that wasn't the first raid he made, nor will it be the last.
That's enough stories for one night, sailor man.
Are you still itching to get to Kidd?
Tonight, we'll sleep on it. Let tomorrow take care of itself.
Swab until it's clean.
It's never been clean.
You're refusing to obey orders? You were ordered to work. You strung to a yardarm for attacking a ship's officer. However, a mate should be able to master any man in his crew. You're a weakling, Devery. Mr. Dale, take over as mate of the Argus.
Aye, sir.
Order the men back to work, Mr. Dale.
To your stations, all of you.
Kidd and his Adventure Galley. Set out sail to make a run for it.
Mind the sails. Join crews to your stations.
See this before it's too late.
What is it?
Found it sewed up in Richard Dale's clothes. It's his commission as a captain in the King's Navy.
Take the wheel and keep her full in the wind.
spying on us for the Admiralty. Load your cannon. Time in front of them. What's left of it. Fire!
What will happen when pirate meets pirate aboard the Argus? Will Captain Kidd be faced with mutiny on his own craft? Be sure to see Captured by Captain Kidd, the fourth action chapter of the great adventures of Captain Kidd, at this theater next week. By Alan, Richard has won a mate's berth on the pirate craft. Now, as Captain Kidd attacks, the mate, whom Richard has deposed, seeks vengeance on him.
Seize those two men. They're spying on us for the Admiralty. Load your cannon. Time in front of them. Can have what's left of it. Fire! Boilers away!
Well, I have no wish to die young. You're not of the pirate crew?
No, we were prisoners.
Report to me aboard my ship. I can use blades like yours. Mr. Muller, have Mr. Harrow take charge of the Argus, sail to New York. And he might tell the governor there's one less pirate on the sea. Aye, sir. I'm Captain Kidd. I'd be pleased if you'd serve me as my master-at-arms, Mr.
Richard Dale, sir. This is Alan Duncan.
You could be his aide. Well, what do you say?
We'll serve, sir.
Excuse me, sir. This is Mr. Miller, my first mate.
Miller?
The men we put aboard the Argus will leave us shorthanded. Perhaps there'll be some volunteers among the prisoners. I'm under commission to drive every pirate from the seas. I'll need recruits to replace the men who sail the Argus.
Strange talk for a pirate. Perhaps Captain Kidd is a strange kind of pirate.
Those who want to sign on the adventure galley, step forward. Those who don't will go aboard the Argus as prisoners. Your name?
Dabry, sir.
You?
It's hard to believe that Captain Kidd is trying to drive pirates from the seas. Maybe he wants all the booty for himself. Yet the man seems in earnest. We'll learn the truth before long.
No doubt.
Portuguese men of war. Do we give fight, sir? We fight only pirates and Frenchmen. Give her all the sail she can stand. Aye, sir.
Before long, we may have a taste of real war. Unless we can slip away from them in the night. Not a ship in sight. Yeah, one thing we've learned, our Captain Kidd is a clever sailor.
We've been on half rations for 2 weeks. How long will it last?
Why don't you ask the captain?
We'll all go sick like Wilkins.
Here's the doctor. Let's find out about Wilkins. How's Wilkins this morning, doctor?
He's weak as a kitten.
What ails him?
Starvation. And mind you, there'll be scurvy soon.
We'll have food or we'll all be down.
Dr. Brand, get below. And you men back to your work. What is it, Mr. Buller? There's trouble brewing with the crew, sir, about the food. An empty stomach could lead men into foolhardy acts. Can I take them some word from you? I'm captain here. I make excuses to no one. But this I can tell you. We're headed for San Miguel Island to replenish our stores. That'll be welcome news for the men. We'll sight land about midday. Pick a crew to take the longboat ashore. Aye, sir.
follow Moore and free him.
You report to Captain Kidd. Ask him to send more men.
What about you, Richard?
I'll follow the natives. Keep an eye on Moore.
Don't attack until I get back. I don't want to miss this. The natives captured Moore, sir, and killed 2 of our men.
They'll hold him for ransom. I'll have to pay it. Mr. Buller, select 2 men to go ashore with Jenkins.
Aye, sir.
I'd go myself, but it's more important to keep watch on things here.
I'll buy Moore's freedom, sir.
See if you can get supplies from the natives as well.
Aye, sir.
How goes it with Moore? He's still alive. The captain sent ransom money for him. You stand by here. Don't attack unless there's an emergency.
Right.
We come as friends. We bring gold in exchange for our friend. This gold for food and water. We friends, we want trade. You stay here and see to the food and water. All right? Send Duncan to help me. Aye, sir. I'll be back with men to pick up the supplies. Very good.
Ja, onwijs, sorry. Hallo. Ja, Karl, voor Miller.
Jenkins has got more.
Take Moore to the ship. Duncan, Mr. Dale wants you to join him in the village. We'll put the supplies in this hut. The captain will send crewmen to transport them to the ship.
You like the looks of these people?
No, but if they sell us supplies, we'll have to put up with them.
Why do we stay ashore while the boat goes back to the ship? Because Mr. Buller told me to prevent the purchase of any supplies. We need food, don't we? It's not for us to question our orders. We just obey them if we know what's good for us. How do we go about it? We'll find a way back at the village.
Water?
You stay here and keep watch. I'm going to circle around. If there's any need for it, signal me. Right.
Captain Kidd to lose command of the adventure galley? Is he actually the pirate he's been reported to be? Don't fail to see Mutiny on the Adventure Galley, the fifth smashing chapter of the great adventures of Captain Kidd, at this theater next week. And a party are sent ashore to buy food and water from the natives. They're attacked, but continue their efforts to get the supplies.
Something wrong?
The native village is on fire.
What about Dale and Duncan?
The last we saw them, the natives had them.
Follow me. Let's hope we reach them in time.
Well, there goes the supplies. How do you suppose the fire started? It's all the excitement. I don't know. I'm gonna sit tight.
Take cover!
That'll be men from the ship. Let's get out of here.
To see you. What went wrong?
The native hut caught fire. The supplies were destroyed.
And they blamed us for it.
The ship is badly in need of those stores. We can try to find some more.
There's not a chance.
We must find a chance. There are other native villages.
I'll send the men with you. You men go with Mr. Dale.
What became of the natives?
The natives ran away, sir.
We'll have to go inland for supplies.
The captain orders that all supplies be paid for. And you may need these.
No doubt we will. Thanks. You men ready? This way.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Getting into dangerous terrain.
It'd be an easy place to set an ambush.
Keep the men alert. I want to look on the other side of those rocks.
half-legged, we'd been ambushed.
Can we drive them out in the open?
I have a better plan. This way.
Comes you to grab Mr. Bullard. Don't be too gentle with him so it'll look good.
Starvation?
They're all agreed, Moore. They're all agreed.
There's one way to end these short rations.
And the men are ready for it.
Take over the ship and have an end to Captain Kidd.
Will be all ours.
You men, get to your work. First, we'll have more food. You'll obey my orders. To your work.
They'll have food or no work.
I'll settle with you. Mr. Buller, put those men at irons. You'll have no help from the mate, Captain Kidd.
Do you mean mutiny? Aye, before you starve us all. It's death for every mutineer.
You'll not be on ship to pronounce it. We'll take the Adventure Galley.
Those who stand against mutiny, join me here. We stand with you, sir.
Good. You, go to my cabin. Bring us more arms. I'll shoot the first man who takes another step.
Jenkins, put a guard on the storeroom. Aye, sir. You.
I sent men for supplies. When they return, there'll be no more short rations. Watch out, sir!
And see to that man. Take him forward.
Leg him below.
Shall we try to rescue Mr. Buller, sir? No. We'll wait till the other men return.
our men guard him. I'll bargain with the natives. If all goes well, I'll see you in the morning.
If you have any trouble, fire a shot. Your chief come back, if you trade with us. We mean no harm. We want food, water.
We trade with white man.
We want water and food.
How we know our chief come back?
We give gold for food and water. We promise your chief come back.
We'll give food, water.
Unless we take the ship before the supplies arrive, we'll lose our chance.
Then we lose the supplies.
We'll have enough. A few of us will be left.
And we'll have a larger share of the treasure.
Control your greed, Doctor. There's work to be done.
How do we go about it?
It's simple. We'll blow up the longboat and those in it.
It could be done.
It'll take 2 good men.
Will you join me, Devery?
I will.
In the stern. I'll rig the oarlock with a flint and steel.
Captain Kidd handle this new situation? And will he be able to get those needed supplies left on the beach? See what happens in Murder on the Main Deck, Chapter 6 of The Great Adventures of Captain Kidd, at this theater next week. Richard obtained supplies for Kidd's ship by using a native chief as hostage. Now, as the party attempts to return to the Adventure Galley, the mutineers plot their destruction.
All right, men, launch her. Man the oars. Pull away sharply.
Our longboat's been blown up.
How could that happen?
Were any of the others saved? I saw nobody.
And the sharks got him.
Well, there's a few less loyal men now. Only 3 left. We can leave them there.
There's still some supplies left on that beach, and 3 of your shipmates have survived. We'll man a boat to go after them. They risked their lives to get food for you. I'll go. We need those supplies.
Me too.
Launch your boat.
Some of our men are going. There'll be no chance to take the ship now.
There'll be other chances. Perhaps better ones.
Feel all right now?
We have no weapons. We'll get some for our new enemies.
You've done well to save the supplies. Let's get them aboard ship. On having the supplies aboard by nightfall?
Yes, sir. Another trip should do it.
Good. Sit down. What caused the explosion on the longboat?
Well, sir, the answer to that went down with the boat.
You know, Mr. Dale, there are some on board who strive to stir up mutiny.
Then why not
chain them in the hold. There's a reason against that. Two who are concerned are Dr. Bran and Gunner Moore, but they're incapable of leading it. What I must find is who is the guiding hand behind it.
I wish I had some knowledge of it, but I haven't.
Maybe you could find the truth of it.
If I could.
Give it some thought. There's plenty of time. We sail around the Horn and put in at Madagascar. The pirate stronghold. One of them. If we're to rid the sea of the pirates, we must mingle with them. Of course, no word of this must get out.
I realize that. May I have Alan Duncan to help me, sir?
Well, I leave that to your judgment.
Good. I'd better see to the loading of the supplies.
Find out who's plotting mutiny.
We'll make him wish the natives had finished him.
Let's not waste any time. He's in the hole now.
Take a rest, Jenkins. I'll mind the winch.
Thanks.
You too.
Mission is, Alan?
Yes, to end Captain Kidd's piracy.
I can't help but think back to my meeting with Lord Belmore and Robert Langdon. Belmore told me that Kidd had turned to piracy, that proof was needed to bring him to justice. And Belmore commissioned me to bring back such proof. I have no liking for freebooters, so I accepted the mission. It held promise of high adventure. We met Kidd in due time, and the meeting was as much to his liking as to ours. His first act was far from that of a pirate leader, for he ordered a captured ship sailed to New York and turned over to the authorities. And since that day, we've seen no pirate deed by Captain Kidd.
Perhaps he's clever or suspicious of you.
And he asked me to help him in rooting out mutineers.
And it doesn't sound much like a pirate.
He said he's bent on cleaning pirates from the seas. I must confess, I don't know what to believe. Both Belmore's words or Captain Kidd's actions.
Look out!
If it had fallen on us, we'd be flowing over the deck like there's water.
It's a strange accident.
Very strange.
We'd better go on deck and investigate these accidents.
Could someone know of your talk with Captain Kidd?
If so, it'll make our task more difficult.
Well, you had Devery's word that the winch rope tore apart.
For what it's worth.
There must be someone in the crew who could know of a mutiny.
Alan, that's it. There is someone.
Who?
Yes.
This helps us none with Kidd ordering extra grog rations for the crew.
Well, they deserve it, now that the cargo's safely stowed away.
Take care you have none, Doctor. Remember, we have a task to finish.
And finish it we will. Kicked over my grog.
Get yourself some more.
You're an upstart. Captain makes you master at arms, and you're an upstart.
Get your grog.
You get it for me. You kicked it on purpose.
I'll have you thrown in the hole to sleep it off.
You know, I could break you in two. Just like that. I don't like you. I think I will.
Below.
The edge of your blade. I'll have a place for it when the time comes, sharp or dull.
And I take it you want the time to come soon.
Yes, I want to settle the score with Dale and join up with you.
I know of nothing to join.
I have eyes, Doctor. I can see something's going on.
You see too much. And if there was anything, you'd have to prove yourself.
I'm ready.
You sound eager. Then consider this. If that knife were to be found in Richard Dale before the night is over, your offer to join might be considered.
Before the night's gone, it'll be done.
Mr. Buller? Aye, sir. Order the crew below. Set the watch. Aye, sir. Lancaster, Ellis, Dale, command. Rest of you men below decks. Stand by them for orders. Your watch, Mr. Dale. You men go to your post.
Alan Duncan really joined the mutineers? What wild attack will Mate Buller lead? For the amazing answers, see Prisoners of War, Chapter 7 of the Great Adventures of Captain Kidd at this theater next week. Richard and Alan quarrel, the mutineers try to enlist Alan's aid in a plot to get rid of Richard.
Captain, Mr. Dale's been hurt. Captain Kidd! Captain Kidd! Mr. Dale's hurt bad, sir.
Whoever threw this at me missed.
He didn't. Did you recognize the man?
No.
I'll turn out the crew. We'll find the guilty one.
Let me find him, sir. It must be a part of this mutinous conspiracy.
Very well, but guard yourself.
I already have. And I failed to harm me because I wear a coat of mail under my shirt.
Prove myself worthy to join you.
Start. There'll be more for you to do when the time comes.
What time?
You ask too many questions, Duncan.
If I'm to join you in this conspiracy, I claim that right. What conspiracy? None was mentioned except by you. It didn't need mentioning to make it clear there is one. Hold your tongue. Lest we all find ourselves walking the plank. Well, at any rate, I got my revenge and you got what you wanted.
What was it they wanted, Duncan?
Speak up.
You can't talk, you can work. Get on deck so a better man can get his sleep. You don't care to sleep, we can use you also. On deck with you. Off the map. You learned who heads this conspiracy against Captain Kidd?
I thought it might be Dr. Brand, but he's too weak to be a leader.
How about Debris?
He's ambitious. He hasn't the head to lead men. Give me time, I'll find our man.
All right, but be careful. It's a dangerous game you play.
There's danger for both of us. You have a care also.
The skipper would take us where we could find game. Soon be good hunting for all, Mr. Buller. We're entering the Indian Sea. It's just as well, sir. The men are getting restless and discontented. It's your job to see they're kept busy and out of mischief. Aye, sir. Among the men that were entering the Indian Sea, and they'll soon be good hunting.
We'd have better hunting if our captain wasn't so particular.
How do you mean?
If I had my way, we'd seize the first craft we sight.
No matter what flag she flies?
No matter.
But that's piracy.
Pirate or privateer, there's little difference. Others do it, why shouldn't we?
Then Captain Kidd is no pirate?
Not enough to suit us. As it is, we run low on food and water.
crew, and as we make no wages, we have nothing to show for our months at sea.
You mean you don't get wages?
No, we sign on for prize money only. There's been little enough of that. But perhaps now things will be different. She has the look of an Arab merchant.
Perhaps she's waiting for you to show your colors.
If so, we'll trick her. Hoist the flag of France.
Aye, sir.
Stand to. Blow. Out the French flag. Then she's fair game. Mr. Dale, when you have the range, fire a shot across her bow. Aye, sir. Fire! She fails to heave to and drop her sails. Fire the next shot into her rigging. Aye, sir. Fire!
This is what we've been waiting for. You watch your chance with Mr. Dale again. The rest of us will take care of Captain Kidd.
She's striking her colors. Take charge of the boarding party. Aye, sir. The longboat debris, we're boarding her. Party after they lowered the colors. After you lowered your colors. It was not done on orders from me. The men that did that were mutinous members of my crew. Well, they've paid for it. Search the ship. Why didn't you fire all my men?
It wasn't his fault, sir.
Some of his crew mutinied.
And they've been dealt with. Have you a pass to sail under the French flag? You and your men will come aboard my ship as prisoners of war. I'll see you're landed safely at the first port we reach. He's a prisoner of war. Mr. Buller, take over. Any treasure you find will be sent to the Adventure Galley. Aye, sir. This will prove valuable in case there's any question about my right to seize the ship.
Yes, it's a French pass, and Britain is at war with France.
You stay here and assist, Mr. Buller.
Aye, sir.
Go help the others in our search.
I found something.
Here's some treasure Captain Kidd will never see.
Captain Kidd ordered all treasure sent to him.
So he did. So he did.
Discover Alan's deception and deal with him also? What new and exciting emergency will Captain Kidd meet? Be sure to see Mutiny Unmasked, Chapter 8 of the Great Adventures of Captain Kidd, at this theater next week.